Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today will be the reading for the weekend, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th of August 2022. And this is going to be a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I believe that the full moon will be today, maybe tomorrow, the 12th. Normally the full moon will be the manifestation day, and this month we actually have 2 days to manifest, so it's like a double manifestation for people. um, but because we have the lion pot to get this month, so tomorrow is not that actually important, because whatever that you asked for already be heard. um, the thing that I'm thinking about here is because the sun is still opposite with Saturn for a while, because the sun is actually a slower movement compared to the moon and Mercury. So it's like everything gonna be on hold for a while. And if you trying to speed up things and you don't understand, and you might feel frustrated, because obviously that things gonna be hold back for the holidays season. And also for the love seasons, for that meaning. And if we understand, then just relax and enjoy it. But this weekend, it's kind of peaceful. It's relaxing and peaceful, but it's gonna be a little bit moody, because the moon is trying to bring things to the surface. So the full moon is all about manifestations and clarity. And if we really understand, and if you are on the or in the process of healing yourself, then it's the time to nurture yourself, rather than thinking of like people or the environment or the foundations that you're trying to create. That will make more sense, and it will help you to get through. But overall, I think it's gonna be a great weekend, because this is kind of like how I say, it's like the dark and the light, the pain and the happiness. We have to kind of like go up and down, like that, the roller coaster, on and on and on forever. Because without the contrast of the meanings of things, you won't be able to enjoy what coming next week, because next week is gonna be like a blooming and the boost of energies for people. Okay, but we will work out what's going on next week when I do the weekly predictions on Friday, which is actually tomorrow. But today we will see how the weekend goes. So let's go to the cards and see what spirits have for us. Okay, so as usual, we will see the fortunes with the unicorn oracle cards to see what is the fortune. I don't know why I see the Eight of Wands. So it feels like the calm after the storm. And obviously that because people, like getting used to the storm energies, the hyper energy. So the calm of a storm is when you're feeling peace and you have the energies to think for yourself. That is the blessings, but it's also cause you kind of like moody. I just sense some moodiness for people. But let's see what is the blessings about. Okay, so the blessing is open to abundance. Number 8. Now, number 8 is about stability foundations. So believe you deserve, accept plenty of prosperity. Um, this card comes out actually. I think this is a very surprise. Well, not a surprise to me, but the surprise to the majority, because right now you try to come up with plan for some reason, automatically, because it was built inside you. So you try to come up with plan of what's doing next, but you might get the surprise, because the plan you coming up with, even it's practical or it sounds practical, but you don't understand that's actually your manifesting. So depends on how heavy your soul quality, or the age of your soul, or how good you have trained yourself, how good you've been practicing, and trusted the process, and the universe. You will be surprised that much, just equally to what you've been working on, or been investing in yourself. So open to abundance is about the new foundations gonna be sent to you, and this new foundations is giving you exactly what you looking for, but without imagining how it actually looks like. So this is why this card is comes out, and to show people accept plenty of accept plenty and prosperity. That means that you are actually working on your infinity without knowing it. That's why you've been strict on yourself, and this is the answer from the universe. Because I remember someone asked me in the comment saying that I've been working on myself. I think it's OAICN. I'm not sure, right? It's someone. I forgot the name, but you say that I've been working on yourself, and now the universe turn. And I did reply, yes, it's universe turn. And this is exactly this card about, and that is the answer for you. And for the majority of you, if anyone believe in the universe, if anyone like being working hard on things, doesn't matter small or big, doesn't matter if you're successful or not, as long as you put in the work, you will get the plenty and prosperity. So the second card we have is the magical crystal cave. Switch on your inner light, bring forward your gifts. Now, the reason why these two cards comes out together, because the universe say, yes, you are gonna receive it, but you will have to put in some small work here, right? This small work is so simple. It's by showing to yourself, not to anyone, how you truly believe your identity. When you truly show yourself who you are, what you want to do, like, see, it's kind of like quite a deep meaning, in a way that it's about healing. If you really forgive yourself, if you really want to free yourself, if you really want to admit what you did wrong, if you really can see why you are wrong, for example, right? So it's like the blessings about that. You don't actually have to did all the work before, but as long as you admit now, you will receive the plenty and the opportunity and the abundance. So that's why this card comes out, magical crystal cave, because you've been living in your cave. Okay, so this blessing actually one of the order on the way to your awakening. That's why all the blessing comes step by step to help people, right? Okay, so let's see what is the shadow that we need to think about, because sometimes people still forget. Fated to suffer. Okay, now, I'm not a mean person at all. I love everyone, and I will help everyone, anyone. If you ask for help, I will. But this card comes out right on time that I actually have to bring this up, because there's one member trying to be quite negative about things. You know who you are, right? I couldn't mention name because it's not fair. Because other people might think the same way as you think too. And when you do that, you actually discourage people, and you're trying to kind of like cause the problem, the trouble to the process, and that's why the blessings stop coming. So that card say that you fail to understand, you fail to recognize, you fail to, how I say, admit to yourself. That's why they say magic crystal cave is switch on your inner light. It's time to stop being silly. Switch on that light that you're holding, because as long as you are guided to me, you are already blessed, to be honest, because that's why the channel is so selective in a way. It's kind of fussy. That's not everyone can know and can come to the wisdom and knowledge, because it's not their turn yet. They will in the future. So as long as you're here, you have to understand that it's about you. It's gonna be your turn. So the shadow work here is, stop saying that you are fated to suffer. No one fated to suffer at all. We have to understand that we're here to learn. Life is not heaven. Life is actually a kind of hell, until you awaken and see things. And then you will see what we're talking about, the heaven on earth. Okay, so temporarily, just trust what I say and follow the instruction, and then we will get there together. I promise that I will make a awakening, the second video about awakening this weekend, and I will do that. And it's a little bit deep, and it's a bit religious, and it's a bit kind of like how I say, astonishing. It's something that people would never in million years think of. Okay, and it will show you the meaning of why we will have to work on healing, we will have to trust, and why we have to be religious, because life is actually religion itself. Okay, so let's see the romantic card, a love card, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Now, I strongly agree with this one, because we did the love card, the love reading on Wednesday, which is yesterday, and you see what spirit tell you. Everything was a challenge. As long as you can pass it, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy the result of how wise that you have become. Now let's go to the tarot to see what we have. Okay, so for the 12, 13, and the 14, there are death. Wow. I think, this is actually very true, because we've been in the process of shifting, not transforming, right? Shifting energy. That's why you will have to shift from your inner self to the environment, the external self of what you have or have been or are becoming. So that's why the death card is coming, and it also indicates that this weekend there will be some sort of changes, including your ideology, the way you think. So it's like you stepping up your game. So like it's like you going through for some people going through frustration, for example, but this weekend you're gonna kind of like open your eyes, not to be awakened yet, but it's how you gonna be awakened. So this is actually the blessing. Now I see that you will go back to yourself with this card, the inner self. It's very true to the fail to suffer. So you're gonna go back to work on this to kind of like free yourself from suffering, from being named or called or entitled or being seen as a failure. That's what you're gonna do. It's like you're gonna rise up with yourself. So that's why this weekend is designed for people stop distracting you. So you will have some time for yourself. Okay, so the second card, let's see, we have the Tower. That's what I'm talking about. So because you're frustrated because you cannot find a way out. That's why finally you will be pushed to the point that you will have to go back to yourself, because obviously that you're trying to cry out and no one else gonna help you. You know why? Because people only come when you help yourself first. Once you haven't done it and you still kind of like, no one cares about me, you know, like being kind of like poisonous, toxic in a way, the tower will stay until whenever that you have to jump out the tower yourself. But the good things for you is the tower actually reversing, so this is another blessing. Now let's see the third card, what we have. The third card we have is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups here is actually you going through the shifting yourselves. So you're trying to transform yourself from within. It's like you try to do things before, but I'm not talking about everyone, but quite a large number of people going through this process at the moment, because you're trying to do the wrong order in the past and you didn't believe in your knowledge and wisdom, because obviously that you hear me every day if you hear, but you don't do it, right? So now you will have to go back and do that from the beginning, but it will be fast because you already gained all the details already for yourself, all the information for yourself, and that's why you will feel very happy this weekend, because it's like Eureka, you found America in 21st century. Okay, now let's see the challenge, because the challenge is actually about the tower. So the challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. That's what I'm talking about. The challenge is going to be the tower. So the tower saying is that if you want that new life, that new opportunity, is that new fresh start of yourself, because you know the Ace of Pentacles is like an offering. It's like your visualizations about things. It's like your manifestation. But you cannot move the shield because you see the rock and the mountains. So it's like you're not even trying to do it, but you're trying to raise ahead of your mind. That's why you're getting stuck. You don't believe that the shield actually is not your challenge. You can move it anytime you want, because there will be a door behind it, not the mountain, right? The door or something like that. It's like the portals you going through your energy and your shifting. It's just as simple as that, but sometimes people still refuse to admit. Okay, now let's see what coming your way, or the outcome of this energy. Wow, this is actually step of awakening. But if you successfully going through this weekend with this energy, you're gonna see the world. So you will be kind of like partly awakened. You started seeing things, and that is really necessary for many people, because as long as you see the glimpse of the world behind the shield, when once you kind of like moving it a little bit and see, oh right, okay, I see some light, it's not that dark, you see the world, and that's how you'll be awakened. That's why I say the next turn of awakening is gonna be around the end of August, the very end, and then you know, like maybe the early September. So around maybe 2 to 3 weeks. That is the second. That's why we have the video about the second shower of blessings, and that's what it's all about. And I'm sure that there will be another one after that, because originally I think there would be two, but now I start to think, based on this energy, it's gonna be another, the one before December. So if it's your turn, please just grab it and do it. Don't wait. Okay, so clarify the deck is the Ten of Swords. What can I say? Because you kind of like, all you need to do is have an idea and the wish and the need of shifting your old energies to something new, because obviously that you see people already stepping in the new world. So you see the examples already. That's why you're being urged to do it. Now that's how we have each other, right? So for a lot of people, this is gonna be very good news, because you're gonna feel the release of all the things that you've been suffering. Now let's see the Tower, because the Tower is actually about the Page of Pentacles. The Tower here is saying that your, like upsetting mood, or you feeling isolated, or you feeling like being a failure so far. That energy gonna be healed and moved and removed for 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 your own sake, because okay, so in this case I will come to the, because this is gonna be the answer for you, because you wanna overcome this. How you gonna notify the opportunity or something that you gonna free yourself from being upset. The Five of Swords. So the Five of Cups is about the change in your emotion life. It's like the release, the renew of your emotion or your feeling. If you're not in a relationship, or if you're not looking for a relationship, right? I don't care what you're looking for. What I care is about yourself and how you feel. So if Five is about change, it, remember that. And it's also about halfway to the end of something, right? And the challenge is also about Five. So the challenge is, if you change your ideology, if you can change your ideology, because Sword is about ideas, about wisdom, then you will able to rescue yourself. That's why I say the Page of Pentacles is the clarifications of the Tower. We don't need tarot, right? But it's easy to kind of like illustrate the ideas through the cards. Now, let's see the Knight of Cups. With the Knight of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, you know what? It's a divine timing. No wonder you will be happy by all means. So if anyone not happy after this weekend, can you come back to me on Monday and say, Andy, you are, you were fairy tale tellers. There will be a lift in your not emotional, but it's like in your heaviness that you're carrying in your mind. And it's like the meaning of you actually finally recognize the only one who stopped you from being happy sexually yourself. But it's gonna be a little bit a challenge, because when it comes to the mind, it's really hard to convince people, because you've been building the mechanism how to protect yourself through life so far. But you just need to realize that it was built for the old purpose. Now you have the new purpose. That means that you have to renew the mechanism of protecting yourself. That's why you have to change. Everyone has to change, not just you. Okay, now the word is clarified by, wow, what can I say? As long as you open your eyes. So this is like the awakening. This is like the second turn of awakening. So if you're not yet able to succeed of doing this, about shifting your energy and your ideas of life, of the purposes and things like that, it will follow very, very soon. Probably, as I say, the next 2 weeks, the rest of the August. To probably, let me think. So I'm expecting this shift. This is like the preparations of how you're gonna be awakened. So the latest is around maybe the 16th of August until maybe the 3rd or the 5th of September, like early September. So you roughly have like 20 days to do the next round of awakening. But if you try and not yet successfully, you still feeling that being released, being happy, you still feeling that kind of like divine timing ticking in your head, and you still can see the world, even just a glance of what is going to be laid out for you, because uh, they will show you the visions of things anyway. Okay, guys, so before I close this reading, let's complete by one cast yes or no questions. If you haven't had the answer, or sorry, the question yet, you can pause the video. Before I open the card, please donate if you have the money, and the donate button can be found in the description box. Now let's open this card about yes and no. Compromise. um well, I can explain. Compromise here is compromise with yourself. Be kind of like merciful to yourself, forgiving yourself, freeing yourself, loving yourself. Or it can be compromise with anything that matters to you, about the contract, about the legal process, about anything that they say. Compromise here doesn't mean that you're being defeated. That is the challenge, because Five of Swords is about fighting, and you're not able to win it. So guys, this is it. This is what we've been working on, and it's coming to very high peak of the next turn for people. So please, utilize everything that you learn, or anything that around you, and do whatever it takes if you want to be happy. Of course, if you don't want to be happy, then I cannot help you. No one can help you. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow, and I will try to make the clip on Saturday, and hopefully Sunday I will have time to go live stream, but I will announce later. And I will see you next one. Thank you and bye bye.